Vietnam, 1965. A brutal civil war is raging in Southeast Asia. American ground forces invade to stop communist guerrillas from overrunning the South. There's a common misconception that tanks weren't used much in Vietnam. But let's set the record straight. The Americans counted on conventional firepower, but they faced a deadly, determined opponent, the North Vietnamese. Now, why is a tank vulnerable in guerrilla and insurgent operations? Picture this. You're rolling through dense jungle and suddenly RPGs start flying. Your buddy screams, "We're hit!" This is the first great tank versus guerrilla series of battles, and that's when all hell breaks loose. Fast forward to today, and Vietnam is a prosperous and peaceful nation. Yet reminders of that deadly past are everywhere. War cemeteries, unexploded bombs, and long-abandoned American tanks. Early 1965, the US makes the fateful decision to send ground troops to Vietnam. March 8, 1965, 3,500 Marines land at Da Nang. Their mission? To defeat the North Vietnamese. They saw a domino effect. If South Vietnam fell, all of Asia might go communist. Landing with the Marines are two platoons of the 3rd Tank Battalion. The Marines had a history of using tanks for infantry support, stretching back to World War II. In Vietnam, this support came from the M48A3 Patton tank, a beast designed for tank-on-tank action. But here they faced guerrillas. Their initial role: protect US air bases. The Viet Cong specialized in infiltration and ambushes. August 18, 1965, Marine tanks head inland to seek out the enemy. But the convoy heads off without infantry support. Big mistake. Hundreds of VC guerrillas seize the opportunity. RPGs start flying, small arms fire hits the tanks, and the Marines are in a world of hurt. The Viet Cong spring a trap, take out the lead tank, then the rear, and isolate the rest. The Marines are surrounded, communication is cut off, and it's chaos. In the end, the convoy is decimated. Operation Starlight ends with heavy losses on both sides. It's a brutal lesson in the vulnerabilities of tanks in guerrilla warfare. 1967, US forces in Vietnam swell to 400,000 troops and hundreds of tanks. Yet the North Vietnamese adapt, reinforcing the VC with regular army units. The Americans now face a more conventional war along the DMZ. In the sweltering jungle, under constant artillery fire, Marine tanks become lifelines for their beleaguered infantry. Missions turn desperate and losses mount. But the tanks keep rolling, through ambushes, minefields, and relentless enemy assaults. By 1972, most American forces withdraw from Vietnam. The US loses over 58,000 killed and 300,000 wounded. April 30, 1975, North Vietnamese tanks smash through the gates of the presidential palace in Saigon. North and South Vietnam are finally united. The Vietnam War taught a harsh lesson. Tanks, in the face of guerrilla tactics, are vulnerable, but it's a history that deserves to be remembered. Thanks for watching, and remember, history is not just about dates and facts. It's about the people and stories that shape our world.